Hello Libra, my name is Addison if you're new here. Welcome to Leaping Lotus Tarot, where I take messages that are intuitive and also based upon the imagery on cards and the traditional meaning of the tarot. I'm going to start off with Oracle today, and then I'll dive into the tarot to clarify and get deeper meanings around the messages we receive. So I just shuffled my Soul's Journey Oracle by James von Praagh, one of my favorite spiritual mediums. And we've got balance and discipline. Okay, so right away I feel like we're probably going to get some pentacle energy coming through with the tarot, but let's see. Balance says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Okay, maybe we'll get some judgment reversed, little major arcana, we'll see. Discipline, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So this is somebody about having the confidence to dive into whatever their gift and skill set is, and not judging themselves for it. So this could be somebody who's like intimidated to get into singing or into some sort of music, or a new career type. Like maybe you have this skill set that you've always had as like a kid, and you're like, oh, like, you know, am I going to be confident enough to jump in and dive and do that? But it's seeming like with discipline, you're going to have the accomplish and willpower to do so. So we have Six of Wands, God who took evil. Longevity protects against infirmities. Six of Wands is also, Six of Wands can be kind of like an ego card, or it can also be like triumph. It could be accomplishment over something. So whatever this is, there's an accomplishment. There's a pride over, I think, over you overcoming your fears around doing this thing, perhaps. Tell me a little bit more about whatever this thing is. What is this? The God of Hope reversed, Three of Wands reversed. Construction of the universe, help with great works, protection from adversaries, and it came out reversed. This is just elaborating on the fact that you were really afraid of stepping into this, but you are. Why? Okay, let's just ask, why so afraid? Why was there so much reluctance around stepping into this? What's like, okay, let's ask first why the reluctance, and then we're going to ask about like what kind of discipline you came into to discover this, or Eight of Pentacles, God the teacher, intellectual talent provides knowledge. Okay, whatever you do might be, maybe you're an engineer, maybe you're trying to craft and design something, and you've been really afraid of like taking that initiative of, okay, I'm going to jump in, I'm going to create that. High Priestess, success, protection from magistrates. A lot of protection here. You're divinely protected in this. So whatever this journey and this effort that you're making towards something, 111, I just saw on the timer. So maybe you've been seeing 1111 a lot. I know I have. You've been putting a lot of work into it, and then with the protection, you're divinely protected. Whatever this is, it's like, it's been a long time coming. The universe is very glad that you're finally doing it. There's been hints and nudges for, I'm getting years. Okay. High Priestess also can speak to like confidence and, you know, believing in your own intuition and in your own wisdom around something. I'm getting kind of moon vibes with it too. There was an illusion or a belief system that you had for a while that was not serving you in regards to this, and you've broken the ties of that. Six of Cups reversed, God who stirs all men. Motivation lifts up those who are fallen and humiliated. Okay, so you may have jumped into this before. This may be something that you had taken on before or attempted to do, and it wasn't successful, and so you're having you had a little bit of fear and trepidation around starting it over again, but I think you've broken that barrier. I'm just seeing constantly through this that you're taking that step towards, and the Six of Cups too, this can also be like a memory card, and it's reversed. So it's almost like you're squashing, or I mean, like here, like quenching, I don't know, it's like you're you may have believed that whatever you're in before was a saturated market, and now you're like, you know what, like I have this gift, I have this skill set, it behooves me to not take this upon myself to do this, and you're believing yourself now, and you're letting the negative memories of the past and the things in which it didn't serve you, and you're willing to work hard for it again and step towards that finally, right? Finally. So tell me about where this is going. What are messages we need to hear about this and where you're going with it? You know, is it going to be successful this time? What are you feeling, or what do you need to know about it? Death, God, the end of the universe. Endings and rebirth influences health and longevity. So I think this is a new cycle. It's a new beginning. You're starting over. You're jumping into this territory, right? But death isn't scary. Death is rebirth. Death is a new opportunity, a new chance, a cycle starting over. It's yeah, I mean, it's after a period of a lot of strife or negative mindsets or whatever it was that you went through. You're like, okay, I'm ready now. That's the ending of that. This is jumping in. The Magician, you can make this whatever you want. Spiritual wisdom and magic helps one gain wisdom and discover hidden secrets. There's an aspect to this that you don't see. You have a lot of knowledge or skill set around this, I'm getting, but there's something about this that you still haven't learned yet, or you still don't know. And so as you create this new destiny for yourself, as you dive into this, as you try to make it what you want of it this time, it's going to be a little different than it was before is what I'm getting, and you're going to learn something new. So that's really exciting. I'm getting the inclination to ask who is going to join you on this journey. And 9 of Swords came out, the comforting God. Purification protects from the impious religious sentiments. 9 of Swords, too, can kind of be a little bit, it's sort of like the typical depictions, like being up at night with negative thoughts and stuff like that. But kind of what I'm getting with this is like, whatever this idea you have, you may be very protective over. You may be feeling like it's a genius idea or something like that. Like kind of what I was getting with that engineer before. It's like this design or this whatever. You're like, oh, I almost don't want to share this with anybody. I don't want to talk about it because I'm afraid I'm going to lose it if somebody else like gets wind of me doing this or something like that. Or you could stand something to lose, I guess, perhaps if you involve too many people. That's kind of what I'm getting with that. Okay. Other than the universe, I'm going to say other than the universe, whose support do you have? And we have 5 of Swords reversed. God, the highest being, desire to know, the acquisition of wisdom. What I'm getting with this is like, the 5 of Swords can be sort of like stranded on a beach, like left behind sort of thing, or like you're doing this on your own, or it's almost like this is really kind of validating what just came out with the 9 of Swords. It's like, it's honestly best for you right now to kind of keep this to yourself and sort of move in the shadows a little bit with it, and to rely on yourself mostly for your knowledge and your expertise on this to execute this plan. I'm feeling called to grab another oracle message. What other messages is kind of going to go along with this energy that we can expand upon through the tarot from this oracle message? My cat is trying to come over and snuggle with me, but we have no space on this desk. Kitty, no, no, no. No, no, no. You can't be here. You can't be here. No space for Kitty. Okay, let's see. What's this message? What's this message? Okay. All right. We got blame, friendship, and surrender. Wow. So back to what we were saying before about how this you kind of have to keep to yourself, and this is sort of like something that you're afraid if others catch wind of. I have a feeling that perhaps maybe somebody that you were associated with before tried to like do this with you, and maybe it wasn't successful. Maybe partnering with somebody else made this not successful in the past. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So no matter what, surrender. I can release my need to control. That could have been part of the falling out in the past, is somebody trying to control the project a little bit. But that lesson, you know, friends are there for a reason. Those lessons happen for a reason. Blame, I accept responsibility for my well-being. So it seems like you might have been a big factor in why this didn't work out before. You might have been trying to control the process a little bit too much, and their input wasn't exactly maybe welcomed, or they were trying to have too much of an input, and you're like, no, 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 like I know what I'm doing. This is what I want to do with it. So, but I feel like there's an acceptance here at this point, because there is a surrender card. It's like, I know I can't be as controlling. If, you know, you might be telling yourself, if I do work with people in the future, I need to have less of an abrasive approach, and I need to be more willing to compromise or to listen to others' point of view. If you do end up working with somebody else on this, which I think that you eventually will, but to start, I think you're going to kind of hold it close to your chest. 4 of Cups, the God deflecting evil, healing capacity, protection from weapons, safety, and travel. This can be kind of like a loner card in a little bit of a sense too, or like you're just not seeing the other opportunities around you kind of thing. You might get a little bit of tunnel vision. This might be a warning perhaps. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords reversed. This is just saying be careful of your headspace. Be careful of the things you tell yourself. Be careful of the belief systems. You've worked very hard to break down old belief systems, I believe, and things that didn't serve you in the past. And this is just a reminder to not let that go back into old habits as you begin this adventure again. That's what this is saying. It's like, don't forget all the blessings and support you have around you. This is going to work this time, but don't fall into old habits. Any final messages for Libra? Any last advice? Anything that hasn't been said yet that needs to be said? Anything that needs to be said yet that has not been said for Libra for this tarot reading? Queen of Cups and Two of Cups. Redemption serves against enemies of religion, governs chastity. Fruition provides expansive intelligence and gives the grace of God, the swiftly hearkening God, and God the Redeemer. You're going to redeem the emotional hurt that this brought you in the past. This could be a feminine energy. Sorry, kitties just everywhere. This could be a feminine energy that I'm talking to with all of this. Yeah, there's a big part of this that's like redeeming yourself and getting over the past things that happened from this that didn't work out before. Grace of God, expansive intelligence. There's something here really about like your smarts. You're doing it smarter this time. You're working harder, not smarter. You're working smarter, not harder. Oh my gosh. Anyway, whatever. Two of Cups. There's something about that too that speaks to harmony and like relationships and stuff. So you might rekindle with that friendship perhaps, or maybe you're working with your best friend on this project. There's some sort of rekindling of like emotional harmony and balance with somebody else that might have been part of a falling out in the past in regards to this project. So yeah. I guess the final message of that hadn't been said yet was just that this friendship is not over, I'm getting, or that there will be rekindling, there will be harmony and balance brought back to that situation, and there's not going to be as much sort of negativity and blame going on. 11:11 on the timer. I had to splice it, so from my critters being what they are. I have a small little apartment here, and so when they're feeling playful, there's not much room for that. And I guess one final message too is I've got a Dove and Serpent Tarot t-shirt here representing, so he's a fantastic tarot reader, so go check out his channel. If you haven't joined my channel, it is free to do so. Hit like and subscribe. We love hearing from you guys. Drop it in the comments. I'm so appreciative of the soul frequency that you share with me every time you come onto this channel, and it helps me tune into the messages for what people need to hear and get those messages out there to help bring hope and inspiration and enlightenment to the world. So thank you so much, and we will see you next time.